So welcome guys back to another video in the channel. We are doing another match preview, and this time we are doing the match preview for the game in the Europa League, the greatest competition on earth, and it is the game Rapid Vienna versus Arsenal, the first opening game of the group stage. It is now the fourth season for Arsenal in the Europa League, and hopefully this season is the year we get out of this competition and get into the promised land, which is the Champions League. But in today's episode, of this match preview, I do want to make it a bit different. I want to talk about the opposition. I'll be reading some stuff off Wikipedia about Rapid Vienna, because I think it's interesting to read about other teams, their successes, because no one really knows about these teams, and especially in the group we are in with Rapid Vienna, Molde and Dundalk. I don't really know much about these sides. The only thing I know about Molde is the fact that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Erling Haaland are from there. Other than that, I know sod all about Molde, and I don't know much about Rapid Vienna either. So I think it'll be quite interesting to have a look at this, look at their opposition, because from an Arsenal point of view, there isn't much to talk about really. The only thing there is to talk about, just get the job done. Go to Vienna, explore the city, get the job done, and get out of there ready in time for the Leicester game. And I think for that same reason, a lot of people won't give respect to the opposition, but if fans were in the ground, it would be a big deal for them. Playing Arsenal, one of the biggest teams in the world, it's a huge deal for some clubs, and I think it's very important to have a little look at their history and have a little look at who they actually are. So Rapid Vienna, I'll be glancing over things just before recording this video, and they do look like quite a good side. They look like a big deal over there in Vienna, quite a big city in Europe. And we'll be having a look at something from Wikipedia, the most reliable place on earth. So let's have a look. Rapid Vienna is an Austrian football club playing in the country's capital city of Vienna. Rapid has won the most Austrian championship titles, 32, including the first ever title in the season 1911-12, as well as a German championship in 1941 during the Nazi rule. Rapid twice reached the final of the European Winners' Cup in 1985 and 1996, losing on both occasions. So yeah, we're not going to have a look at the history too much, but the club culture. We are going to be looking at the fans. The biggest fan club is the Ultras Rapid, which was founded in 1998. Other important fan clubs are the Ultras Group, Tornado Rapids, and Spirits Rapid, and the hooligan firm Outer Grade Dirty Hauptzeit. The active supporters are situated in the Block West stand, which is a capacity of 8,500 spectators. The old Block West in the now demolished Gerhard Hanapi Stadion had about 2,700 seats. The fan base of Rapid Vienna is connected in a friendly way with the supporters of German club Nuremberg, the Croatian club Dinamo Zagreb, the Italian club Venezia, and the Greek club Panathinaikos. The stadium, they play at the Gerhard Hanapi Stadium, which was opened on 10th May 1977, with the Wiener Derby match against Austria Wien until the 13-14 season. The stadium bore the name of its architect Gerhard Hanapi, who also played for Rapid Vienna from 1950 to 1965. Prior to 1980, when it was renamed in its honor, it was known as the West Stadion, Western Stadium, due to its geographical location in the city. In June 2014, it was announced that the new stadium, the Allianz Stadion, will be built in place of the old Gerhard Hanapi Stadium. During its construction, Rapid Vienna played its home games in the Ernst Happel Stadion. We're going to have a quick look at the honours. Domestically, they've won 32 championships spanning over from 1911 to 12 all the way up to 2008. So they haven't won an Austrian championship since then. In the Austrian Cup, they've won it 14 times. First one was in 1918 all the way through to 1995, where that's the last time they won that as well. They've won the Austrian Super Cup 3 times in 86, 87 and 88. They've won the German Championship, as I said, in the war in 41, the German Cup in 38, and continentally they've won the Mitropa Cup twice in 1930 and 1951, and the Cup Winners' Cup in 85 and 96. And the current players, they haven't got any recognizable names in their squad, and that is all I can really say about Rapid Vienna. And they look like a pretty decent side with a lot of rich history and a very good fan base that if we did go to their stadium, it would be a very hard place to go, you know, very hostile atmosphere, and places like these, you know, they treat these games as their cup finals, their be all and end all. That's how they treat it, that's how the fans treat it, and I think we have to give respect to that, and we have to do a professional job going to Rapid Vienna. You know, I know people will be inclined to think that, you know, let's just do what we can, just win the game, play the kids, just get it over with, play the under-23s. Yes, we could play the under-23s and still get a good result. I think it's important to give some respect to some of these sides in the Europa League. Yes, you want to get out of this competition. Yes, it's not the biggest deal in the world, but again, it's the Europa League, a continental trophy that, you know, teams like Rapid Vienna will be very interested in. They're not a good side, but we need to get the job done professionally, and I think that's very important in these sorts of games. You know, don't let stupid leads go, don't lose stupid games, be professional, get the job done. It doesn't have to be the best performance in the world, it just has to be a good enough performance to get a result. That's what you need in these cup competitions, especially when you need to try and get a quick start, try and get an early lead, and, you know, later on when you're playing some of these teams at home, then maybe you can go with the weakened side, and maybe then you can, you know, sort of just rest the heels a bit. I'm not going to go with the strongest side today, as you'll see in my predicted lineup, but I do want to, you know, try out some players that have been out injured for a while that will make for quite a strong squad, and players like Mustafi, Mari will be coming back. I'll put them in my starting 11, and I think it'll be very useful for them coming forward because they are looking like they're coming back from injury. So let's get straight into the predicted lineup for this game. Starting off in goal, Rhys Nelson. Now you might be thinking, why am I going with him? It seemed like Bandano play every game, but in my opinion, I really want to see more of Rhys Nelson. You know, he's a player that you signed. Why not you play him? Because, you know, if we want to increase the value of some of these players, we have to play him. And I think we could do a similar Emi Martinez thing where, you know, buy him for so little money, 1.5 million, and then maybe, you know, build him up, give him some game time, and then sell him. You know, I know we don't want to be a selling club, we don't want to keep our best players, but still, you know, we have to make value out of some of these players so we can make money, so we can improve this team, something we've not been very good at over the last decade or so. And I think Rhys Nelson, I really want to see how he does and give him a go. Why not? Moving in to the back four. First of all, on the right hand side of, you know, I'm going to go with the 4-3-3. Obviously, I'm not going to go with the 3 at the back again. Rapid Vienna. So I know, look, I know I'm contradicting myself, you know, with the respect thing, but still, you know, you can't be going with the back 3 against Rapid Vienna. Right back, I'm going to go with Cedric Suarez. He played in the under-23s game against Manchester United. That'll give him some minutes, and hopefully he will come into this game against Rapid Vienna and will get the job done. Very experienced player, got no problems with that. Into the back 2, I did say I'm going to go with this, and it's going to be Mari and Mustafi, 2 players that have been injured for quite a while now. Mustafi was injured in the semi-final of the FA Cup, I think it was, against Manchester City, and Mari got injured against Manchester City on June the 17th when we did come back in the first 20 minutes. He got injured. He looked decent, so I want to see both of these two come into the side, showing experienced performance, and I think it's the perfect time for these 2 players to come back into full flow, which is why I'm going to play them. Some may say play Rob Holding or something, but we can't play Saliba or Socrates either because they're not in the European squad. So yeah, let's move on to left back, Sead Kolasinac. Now you might be thinking, you know, I don't rate the player, but again, you know, there's no harm in playing him in this game. He's good enough to, you know, get us by in this game, to give us a result in this game. So there's no harm in playing him. Again, if we do want to end up selling Kolasinac, we'll have to give him some game time because, you know, if Bayer Leverkusen valued him at 11 million, maybe we can get a bit of money in January if you want to sell him for around 5 million. So you have to keep playing him, or else teams won't look into buying him, especially with this kind of wages. So I will go with Sead Kolasinac. Moving into 3 in midfield. First of all, in the middle, I will go with Thomas Partey. Now, I was really, you know, thinking over this. Should I go with Partey? Should I leave him for Leicester? But I've made my decision, and I think we should be going with Partey. He needs minutes. I think that's simple. He needs minutes. So I'll probably play him until 50th, 60th minute. Take him off, get him ready for Leicester. But I do think he needs minutes in an Arsenal shirt, and I think this is a perfect game. A game in which, you know, you make mistakes, but you won't, you know, suffer as much. You know, in Premier League games, you make one single mistake and it can cost you the entire game. In these sort of games, that's not the case. You know, teams aren't good enough. They don't have the quality enough to make you punish from those mistakes. And I do think Thomas Partey will be a perfect chance to him to come on the scene. And I can't wait to see him in his full Arsenal debut. Next to him, I will go with Mohamed El Neni. El Neni, He's an average player, mediocre player, and I think in this game he'll look really good. I'm pretty sure he will, because he is a he's a pretty average player. And I think in these sort of Europa League games he'll be very valuable to us to get to be very good in the midfield and get us through some of these games. So I have no doubt but to go with Mohamed Elneny. In the sort of attacking area, I'm going to go with Emile Smith-Rowe. Some may think go with Joe Willock. I did debate over this, but I do want to see Smith-Rowe. Give him a chance. I would give Smith-Rowe a chance. I do think Arteta might play Joe Willock, but I want to see Smith-Rowe. Maybe give Smith-Rowe and Joe Willock 45 minutes each. That would be something I think I would look to do maybe. But I think Smith-Rowe, he's not had the greatest last few years. He's got a lot of injuries, especially at Leipzig. And then when he went off to Huddersfield, he played well at Huddersfield, but then got injured. He is now back. He's played for the under-23s, and I really do want to see him in this game. So hopefully he does come in. That is the three of Smith-Rowe, Partey and Elneny. Moving into the front three now. First of all, on the left-hand side, I'll go with Rhys Nelson. Rhys Nelson, he's more of a right-hand-sided player, but I think he can do a job on the left-hand side. Another player that did play in the under-23s, and I think he can give us, he can give us options, and he's a pretty decent player. And, chances are running out for Rhys Nelson, and he needs to really run onto the scene. And these Europa League games, to be honest, in my predicted lineups, I will put Rhys Nelson in pretty much all of them. I really want to see him get some minutes and try and push into that Premier League team, because I think there are some spaces in there at the moment. Players aren't doing very well, especially like Sir Willian, even Pepe, but we'll go into Pepe in a bit. But yeah, I'll go Rhys Nelson. On the right hand side, I'll go with Nicolas Pepe, as I just said. Pepe, he needs minutes, he needs game time, he needs to play. He did start the game against Manchester City in the Premier League, but he came off for Lacazette, I think, or someone. He came off around 60th, 70th minute, and I really want to see him play more games, get some more minutes under his belt, and I don't think he'll do any harm, because I don't think he'll play in the game against Leicester. Maybe he might, if not, if he's going to play against Leicester, then you take him off 50, 60 minutes, similar to Thomas Partey. But I think, we do need some experienced players like Pepe in there, if things are really going that badly, because we need some experience. It's the first game in the Europa League. You don't want to go too weak early on in case you do get a loss, or if the team turns up, or you're not playing too well. So you need some good players in there, and I think Partey and Pepe will provide that. And next player up front as the main striker, I'm going to go with Eddie Nketiah. I think he is another one of those experienced players doing so well for the England under-21s, but he has to step up and do it now in the first team of Arsenal, and maybe in England's first team as well. But I think Eddie Nketiah, I've got no problems with him. I think he'll be very good in this game. He is another one of those players that will look very good in this game. Hopefully he can get involved, score a few goals, and give us a very good win in this one. So yeah, that is it for our predicted lineup. Just to give you a little run through of what I went with. I went with Runarsson with the back four of Cedric, Mustafi, Mari and Kolasinac. A midfield of Elneny, Partey and Smith-Rowe in the attacking midfield, and Pepe, Eddie Nketiah and Rhys Nelson to round up the team. So yeah, that is it for my predicted lineup and match preview. We did have a quick look at Rapid Vienna. If there are any Rapid Vienna fans out there watching, leave me your thoughts in the comment section down below. Who are your best players? Do you think you have a chance in this game? Do you think my lineup will be good enough to win this game, or is it too weak? Is it too strong? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.